most faceless YouTube channels take months, sometimes years, to gain any real traction. You create a video, you upload it, and it's crickets. Yet some channels blow up with just one video. And that is exactly what happened to this channel called Unordinary Mind. The very first video on the channel was posted 3 months ago and has pulled over 900,000 views. The channel right now has over 110,000 subscribers and averages nearly 19,000 views every single day, posting simple psychology videos that can be created in minutes with the help of AI. So in this video, I'm going to reverse engineer their entire strategy, and I'm also going to show you exactly how to create these types of videos yourself. Now, the reason this channel works is actually pretty simple. They are not making random motivational videos. They are creating psychology-based content around struggles people already deal with internally. Things like overthinking, self-sabotage, emotional patterns, focus, and identity. And that is exactly why this format works. The topics feel personal, the titles make people feel seen, and the videos are built around explanation, not just advice. So instead of the viewer thinking, "Oh, this looks interesting," they are thinking, "Wait, this sounds like me." And on top of that, this channel is using 2 strategies that are clearly working right now in the psychology niche. The first is the title format, the psychology of blank. You can see on their channel that this exact format played a big role in helping them break out. And it is not just them. You can also see the same pattern on another channel called Psychology Simplified, where many of their top performing videos follow that same title structure. The second strategy is the visual format. Their visuals are simple, clean, and honestly very easy to create. They are not relying on anything overly complicated. The style is clear enough to keep people watching, but simple enough that the format stays repeatable. And that is really the engine behind the whole channel. So now let me show you how to actually create videos like this yourself. The first step is topic selection. And for this type of content, you do not want to start with broad self-improvement topics. You want to start with internal struggles. That is the key. So instead of a topic like how to be more disciplined, you want something more like why you keep breaking promises to yourself. Instead of how to focus better, you want something like why your brain resists deep work. Do you see the difference? One sounds like advice everybody has heard before. The other sounds more personal, more psychological, and more curiosity-driven. That is the kind of framing you want. You can also take inspiration from the channel to generate titles similar to what has worked. To do that, I will be using ChatLLM Teams by Abacus AI, which is an all-inclusive platform that can help with all aspects of video creation without breaking the bank. What I like about it is that it is an all-in-one setup. You can analyze channels, research topics, generate scripts, create images, and even make voiceovers without bouncing across 5 different platforms. So if you want to test this workflow for yourself, check out ChatLLM Teams by Abacus AI. Link is in the description. Now let me show you exactly how this works. Once you come into Abacus AI, go ahead and click on Create New Chat. Once that opens up, at the very top, you'll see a drop-down. Click on that, and we're going to use Claude Opus 4.6 as our large language model because it does a better job with more in-depth research. After you select that, come down here to the bottom and choose Video Analysis. What we're going to do is grab the URL for the Unordinary Mind channel so we can analyze what the channel is doing. Just copy the channel link, paste it in here, and Claude will go ahead and start analyzing the channel for you. Once it finishes, it gives you a breakdown. As you can see here, it shows the channel stats and then the video analysis. What we're really interested in is analyzing the top performing videos on that channel. After that, it gives you a content strategy breakdown of the format that is working on the channel. It also tells you the tone, the audience, and the main content pillars. Then it goes a step further and suggests multiple title ideas that you can explore. For example, one of the titles it gave here is The Psychology of People Who Avoid Conflict at All Costs. Now, once you have the topic, the next step is the script. For this example, I'm going to use the psychology of people who avoid conflict. From there, I'll go ahead and tell it that I want a script based on the winning formats from that channel. As you can see, it then gives a breakdown of the chapters and timestamps, and after that, it provides a more detailed full script. Now, the good thing about using this is that at the end, it is backed by data. You can see that it gives some research and also shows where it pulled that information from. That means you can always go back, review the sources yourself, and do additional research to confirm what has been written. One thing I do want to mention is that you should not just copy the script exactly as it gives it to you. You still want to break it down, make adjustments, and put your own take on the topic before you use it. Make sure you modify it, add your tone, and bring in your own personality before moving on to the next step. Now we have our script. The next step is to generate visuals for the video. But before we do that, we need to know the animation type they are using and then generate our hero character that we'll use throughout the video. What I did was take a screenshot from the channel as a sample and asked what kind of animation style it was. It gave me a full breakdown explaining that the style looks like a hand-drawn pencil sketch animation. It also broke down the overall look, the shapes, the background, the text style, and the mood. On top of that, it explained that this style is often referred to in the industry as blob character animation or simple 2D character animation. It also went ahead and gave examples of channels using a similar style, along with tools that are commonly used to create it. In this case though, we are using AI to generate our own images. After that, I asked it to generate an image prompt for Nano Banana Pro that I could use to create the base character, and it gave me a detailed prompt. I also asked it to generate the image directly. As you can see here, it created two variations of the character because I asked for two options, but they looked a bit too boring. What I wanted instead was a character with a different color that would stand out better in the video. So I asked it to change the character to red, as you can see in the prompt here, and it generated these two new base characters. I ended up choosing this one, and that is the version we'll be using moving forward. Now, there are two ways you can create images inside ChatLLM. The first is to type your request like a normal chat prompt. It already knows what to do, and you can simply tell it which image model you want to use. The second way is to click on the image icon on the side, which opens up the image generation panel. From there, you can choose the image model you want. As you can see, there are a lot of image models available, but the one we want to use here is Nano Banana Pro. Then you paste in your prompt, choose the number of images you want, select your aspect ratio, and adjust the resolution. I usually like to use 4K resolution. I also like to switch this setting off because I do not want it rewriting or modifying my prompt. I want it to use the exact prompt that was generated. Once that is done, click on Generate Image and it will create the image for you. After the image was generated, I went ahead and downloaded it to my computer because we'll be using it both as a reference image and as part of the base for creating the rest of the visuals. The next step is generating the different image prompts for the script. What I wanted to do was create images every 5 seconds. So I went ahead and used a prompt based on the script, asking it to generate scenes every 5 seconds and to also create image prompts for each of those scenes. I made sure to mention that the prompts should be for Nano Banana Pro, and I also specified that our red character should be included wherever necessary. As you can see here, it broke the full 10-minute video down into 120 scenes. For every 5-second section, it gave me a screen description and then the Nano Banana Pro prompt to go with it. Another thing you can also do, which I did later on, is ask it to match each image to the exact line in the script. That makes it even easier when you start putting the visuals together. You can see that it broke everything down by section, starting with the hook, then chapter 1, all the way to the end of the script at chapter 5. It also gave a summary at the end showing how many images were needed for each section. For example, the hook had 9 images, chapter 1 had 18, and it continued like that through the rest of the video. Once you have this generated, the next thing you need to do is to start generating the images. What I usually do is copy the first set of prompts. In this case, I'm copying the set for the hook, then pasting it back into the chat. After that, click on the plus button and upload the base character image from your computer, which is what I did here. Then I asked Abacus to use those prompts to generate the images for the hook. I also made it clear that it should use the red character, maintain character consistency, and keep the background style consistent as well. Once you submit that, this is where it gets really cool. You can just leave it to do its thing, and it will start going through the prompts step by step and generate the images automatically. This saves a lot of time because normally you would have to generate the images one by one. But with this method, once you give it the right instruction, it can handle the batch for you. As you can see here, it generated all 9 images for the hook. After that, it gave a summary of what it had done. Then I asked it to create the next set, and for that I pasted in the next group of prompts, which was chapter 1. It then went ahead and generated that set for me as well. You can see how useful this is, especially when you are working with a lot of scenes. Let me quickly show you how this works. Once I click submit, you'll see what happens. It starts generating the images automatically without me having to do anything else. And this is the part that makes the workflow really efficient. You can set this up, leave it running, and go do something else while it works through all the prompts and generates the images for you. Once everything is done, you can download the images and move on to the next phase. Let me just show you this quickly so you can see how it works in real time. You can see it generating the images one after the other, and you can also see how fast the process is. As you can see, it has already generated the first 2 scenes, and that is basically how it will continue until all the images are done. Now, once you have all the images downloaded, the next step is to generate the voiceover from the script. After we generate the voiceover, we're going to combine the voiceover with the images to create the full video. To do that, click on More, then go ahead and select Text to Speech. Once you click on Text to Speech, you'll see multiple models you can choose from. You can use 11 Labs, Cartesia, or other available options. But in this example, I'm using 11 Labs. I'm going with 11 Labs version 3 because it gives a more realistic voice. From there, you can choose the voice you like. I already have one I prefer, so I'm going to use that. Once you're ready, click here and hit Generate, and it will create the voiceover for you. And if you already have your own 11 Labs account and prefer to generate your voiceover there, you can do that as well. Once you have your voiceover ready and all your images downloaded, the next step is to put everything together. For that part, I'll be using Canva. Once you get to Canva on the home page, click on Video, then choose YouTube Video. That will open up the canvas for you to start creating the video. Once you're in, come over to where it says Upload and upload all of your images, just like I've done here. Also upload your audio file. The first thing you want to do is drag your audio down to the timeline where your main audio track will be. Once the audio is in place, start listening through it. As you listen, begin placing the images where they are supposed to appear. Since we generated the visuals in 5-second scenes, you can work through the timeline section by section. Play the first 5 seconds, then go to your images, select the correct one, and drag it into place on the timeline where it belongs. And that is basically the process. You listen through the voiceover, then keep dropping in the images wherever they are needed and where they match the script. Once you have everything placed, go ahead and play it back to review the flow. This is the version I generated, and this is the result.
I want you to think about the last time someone asked you to do something you didn't want to do. Maybe it was a coworker dumping extra work on your plate, a friend canceling plans for the 3rd time, A partner saying something that genuinely hurt you. Now tell me, what did you do? Did you say, "Actually, that doesn't work for me"? Or did you smile, say, "No worries at all," and then spend the next 3 hours replaying the conversation in your head, wondering why you can't just speak up? If it's the second one, I want you to know something important. You are not a pushover. You are not weak. And you are definitely not just too nice. What you are is someone whose nervous system learned a very specific survival strategy, one that kept you safe when you were young, but is now quietly running your adult life without your permission. Psychologists call it the fawn response. And today, we're going to look at the neuroscience that explains exactly why you do it, what it's costing you, and, most importantly, how to start unwiring it.
Once you're satisfied with everything, go ahead and click here, then click on Download. From there, choose your export settings. You can take the quality all the way up to 4K if you want, then export it as an MP4. And just like that, your video is ready. And then finally, you have the packaging. Because even if the video is good, none of it matters if the viewer never clicks. And with this style of content, the title is doing a lot of the work. The best titles in this lane feel personal. They sound like they are about to explain something hidden but familiar. So when you write your title, ask yourself, does this sound like generic advice, or does this sound like it is revealing something the viewer has experienced? That is the difference. And for thumbnails, keep it simple. This kind of content usually works better when the thumbnail feels clean, clear, and emotionally aligned with the title. Not too much going on, not too messy, just enough to support the curiosity. Back on ChatLLM, generate an image that represents the video idea and complements the title. Generate 3 variations so you can do A/B testing to find out what works best for you. So overall, the reason I wanted to break down Unordinary Mind is because this is one of those faceless formats that looks simple on the surface, but there is actually a very clear strategy behind it. They chose a strong lane. They built their topics around internal struggles. They used explanation-driven scripts. They kept the visuals simple, and they packaged the videos in a way that makes people want to click. And that is really the bigger lesson here. It is not just about copying a channel. It is about understanding why the format works, then using that insight to build something that fits your own channel. And if you want to go beyond just copying one format and actually learn how to build a faceless channel with the right strategy, systems, and workflow, then join Accelerate. That is where I help people put all of this together step by step. The link is in the description. And if you need a plan on how to create a successful faceless YouTube channel, watch this video next where I break down what to do step by step